So guys, I want to be honest. The Just Pearly Things fallout is worse than I thought. Because now some of the players on both sides are bringing up, like I said, other pertinent information about other issues that have been brought out to the forefront. And this is what a popular YouTuber, Real Talk with Yanni, is doing. Now, Real Talk with Yanni is, I would say, somewhat of a lifestyle YouTuber. She does some trending topics, things like that, live streams. It pretty much revolves around empowering what we would call in Black YouTube the sisterhood or Black women. And her allegation is against another popular YouTuber in the space, Mr. Anton Daniels. Now, for those of you who know about Mr. Anton Daniels, he operates like 2 channels here on the platform, but another one that he's a part of is called the Lapeef Network. Now, let me just say this, the Lapeef Network, I really like the complexity of the topics. It's really for, I feel like, middle class, upper middle class, college educated Black people. They talk about some real things. I remember when Kevin Samuels first came there, and Lapeef, they are one of the few panels that I've seen to have very attractive young ladies. Like I said, they have events. They're doing their things. However, like I said, in YouTube, Black YouTube, there's always some issues. I don't know exactly what's going on behind the scenes, but there have been some ladies that were on the platform and that have left. Like Courtney Michelle was there, then she left. And this is according to Real Talk with Yanni, not me. She mentions a YouTuber by the name of B. Taylor. She was there and left. And then there's the allegation that on the Lapeef Network, Anton Daniels in particular is he has some things to say about Black women that he should not be saying, right? So what I would like to say, I would like to play some partitions of the clips, and then I'll come back.
Good afternoon, Anton.
What's going on?
Okay, so
can you hear
as
me
you
good?
know, I'm sorry?
Can you hear me good?
Yes, we're good. So as you know, lately, with everything that's been going on within the YouTube space, the drama online, offline, and things like that, why is it when it comes to these panels that you're on, you act like this towards women? You have a daughter, you have a wife. Would you want someone speaking to them like this?
What did I say that was disrespectful to the clip that you just said?
This clip, there are so many other panels. There are so many other panels. You're calling women 304s, hoes, monkeys. Black women are the Black man's biggest enemies. I thought the whole purpose of these panels were to bring us further together, to work together, to find a solution. But it seems like with these panels that I see you in a lot, you're creating more of a divide. And that's not the content. That's not the content that I got from you originally.
I think you need to look at the context of the entire conversation before you make that, before you draw that conclusion.
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Well, you
want to know why I don't?
Let me finish talking?
I don't.
Do you want to have a conversation or do you want to debate? Because I thought this was a conversation.
There's no debate.
A conversation is, I'm listening to you speak, and then when you ask me a question, you got to let me answer it fully. No?
I'm listening.
So what I'm saying is, I think you need to look at the context of the entire conversation. You can't do what you want to do as an individual and then think that you don't get the same energy. For example, the clip that you just showed, I was talking and then I was rudely interrupted. After, on my own panel, I waited until they got done speaking and then I started to give what it is that I said. Now, if you actually look at my show, afterwards, she admitted that she was wrong and she was moving a certain type of way, and she actually publicly apologized, because actually that woman that I had got into it with, Queen Sheba, I've defended her. And you can ask her specifically. I defended her against a lot of people that was actually coming against her, a lot of men individually. And you can actually ask her to cam up. That came for her, that literally was trying to dox her, that was trying to abuse her, And specifically, I worked with her and her husband to ensure that she was safe, and I went against the guy that was trying to go against her. Now, on an individual level, on that particular video that you just showed, she admitted that she was disrespectful and she tried to stop me from saying what I was saying after I was having a conversation. So my thing is, if you're going to have the same energy, then have it across the board, because I'm not saying that I'm 100% right all of the time. And when I believe that I'm wrong, I apologize. But at the same time, you can't say that I was wrong on that when her herself came up to my show the next day on the Millionaire Morning Show and apologized for being disrespectful because her intentions was bad from the outset. So you can't tell me that I'm wrong when we got grown women that come on the panel looking to disrespect us, and then at the same time, you don't hold them accountable, but you're only looking at me.
Anton, we're talking about your language and your behavior.
What did I say that was disrespectful? I didn't call her out of her name.
We're not just talking about Sheba.
Oh,
we're
okay.
not.
So it's other things.
Because
I thought we was okay. We can talk about all of it, but I was just referencing the specific clip that you played.
One woman, you called her a you called her a 304, you called her a monkey, you said her.
You gotta be specific. You gotta be specific.
Country something. I don't know her name like that. Country something.
Okay, but what did she call me before I even said that?
She didn't call you anything.
You sure about that?
I'm very sure. I didn't see
As
her
a matter of fact,
anything.
I can send it to you. She literally said before she ever came on the panel when I discovered it. See, y'all don't see what goes on in the background.
No. Anton, you do this thing where you try.
Now again, let me just be honest, right? As YouTubers interacting on live streams, that's why I don't do live stream panels, right? Because people can basically say some stuff and, you know, make you say anything. And to be fair, you know, Anton, he does have his viral moments on Lapeef. I do hear about them. But a lot of people have their viral moments, and you have, you know, women roasting each other. Men can roast each other, you know. Men can roast women sometimes. It can get out of hand and things like that. They kind of go back and forth. It gets heated. Real talk, with Yenny's observation or her proclamation is that, okay, instead of having a conversation that edifies the black community, you are being rude to these women in particular. But I just want to kind of go back to this, but because number one, I'm looking back at her videos. You know, I'm seeing stuff about Passport Bros. I'm seeing her about other things, and I'm not seeing any allegations behind Anton Daniels in the past. So she talked about, you know, that she's heard this thing, but in the past. I think I really know what this is about. Again, because the fallout is going to be, and this is what I'm pretty sure they're going to say, Anton is on the same side as, or he's, you know, on the same side as Just Pearly Things, and she's a white lady, and he's saying these same things or whatever, and then you see him on the stream and he's saying something about a black woman. I think that's the position it is, because again, she probably always felt this way about Anton, but this is another example of, all right, the Just Pearly Things fallout is this. We see who's on each side. Now, okay, we got evidence of, you know, X, Y, and Z person saying this, then let's put it on the table. The same thing's happening with, you know, Courtney Michelle and Chanel Simone, things like that. For me, and I'm not trying to say I don't know what's going on with situations. I don't really watch Lapeef. I watch their clips, but I don't really watch the live streams like I used to. The reality is that as much as Lapeef may or may not be having problems, or Real Talk with Yenny may or may not be right, all of this stems from the one person at the top, in my opinion, which is Just Pearly Things. And I get that Real Talk with Yenny has some points, or Anton has some points. I can get that. But the reality is this. Just Pearly Things and what she did, that's the concept, right? I think these other things that are happening, and I'm not saying that they're not right about that, but The other things that are happening outside of that, for me, don't make as much or is not as interesting. And I said the same thing about Chantel Simone and Courtney Michelle as what happened with Just Pearly Things. That is the main issue here. Okay? What she did was incorrect. And now I think what's happening is like, now you see, the Black Manosphere against Courtney Michelle, and you got other guys calling this person out. I've seen the lead attorney being called out now. Everybody's being called out. And like Just Pearly Things, the whole situation is like, going someplace else. No, that's what we need to be dealing with, I think. Again, for me personally. And I can understand this situation and, Black women should or should not go on Lapeef. But I think that's besides the real point. The real point is, let's say, for example, if that situation wouldn't have occurred, then B. Taylor, I don't know if she responded to that, then something else happened. And I don't even know who B. Taylor is, but you're seeing the trickle down from these particular YouTubers about JPT. And then it could go to something else, another person, something else, vice versa. And again, I'm not saying I'm not interested in this because it is good, it's content. Y'all like to hear about it. But again, I would still take umbrage with the individual that's taking place. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.